I migrated in 77 after graduating high school. I was a guest on Pembroke Memories podcast with Lance and Phil. And since that point, we made a link and decided that we wanted to do something to benefit the community. And I've been on board ever since, and it has been a great ride. So I want to welcome our guests this evening, Greg and Carol, and hopefully we will be seeing a lot more people joining us to recap the fun and games that we had in South Florida last month. Welcome, people.
Yeah, man.
So,
Thank you.
Tompa.
Yeah, I'm Rudy Tony Kamika. Most people know me as Tony or Tompa Kamika from 58 Aqualita Vale Avenue. And moved to Permacal in 1968, left in 78, moved to New York, went to school in New York, and then moved to Florida. I now live in South Florida. I was interviewed by the team. And as Andre mentioned, we officially formed an organization, not-for-profit organization here in the state of Florida. Andre is actually our president. I'm the treasurer. I'm a CPA by trade. We're working on a website that we hope to be up and running by the end of the month.
I think I see it
a preliminary one. Yeah. So there we'll have more information for everybody.
Yeah, man, I think I'll see it up, man. Check it out.
Bill?
Yes. First, let me welcome our two guests thus far. That will be Greg and Carol. And as Andre rightfully said, hopefully we'll have many more to relive the memories and fun that we had that weekend. I'm Philip Ennie, aka Ennie Phone.
Yeah, man, okay, all right. That's one.
Carlbeck Avenue Production, 58 to be exact.
All right,
lived in Pembroke for 27 years. Yeah, attended Pembroke Primary School as well as Kingston College. And I mean, like everyone has said, it had a profound impact on my development and growth. And it's a community that I would never trade for anything else, because it was truly fun growing up in Pembroke in those days.
Yeah. Hold on, my mic on mute.
Jelly.
Yeah, my mic was on mute. Sorry about that. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Tompa. Thank you, Andre. And Greg, I know you were first here, but I'm going to defer to the lady, make she introduce herself, and then we're going to have a discussion.
But of course.
Yeah. Carol, identify yourself. I don't know who you are. No disrespect, but you are brand new, and I'm happy you are here. So identify yourself. Where you live in Pembroke, why you're here, and then we're going to have a discussion.
Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Carol Davidson. I lived in Pembroke. I mean, I was like 8, 9 when I first moved to Pembroke, but we didn't live there long because my mother rented a house on Annandale Avenue, and I started Pembroke in 67 when the primary school opened. So most of my memories of Pembroke was going to Pembroke Primary School, and eventually didn't take the common entrance because I was supposed to come to America. Because my father did file for me at the time when I was in sixth grade. But I didn't get to until I was 21. But my mother said, since I come to America, I'd have to take my common entrance. So I went to Pembroke Secondary School and stayed there for 3 years, then went to Excelsior and for a year before I actually got pregnant in Excelsior and left school and went to Kingston Technical in the evenings to take my not common entrance, but my
GCE.
I took about 4 subjects there.
Yeah.
And that is my history. But Pembroke primary, was in class with Michael Gordon.
That's a Muller? That's Muller?
Yes, I think that's what they call him.
Yeah. What year that was? What kind of exact? What year you went to Pembroke Primary?
But it just opened 1967. I was in grade 4 with Michael them.
Yeah.
And then I was in Miss Thompson class for grade 5 and grade 6.
Yeah. Sound very that sound like Muller. Yeah, used to live on Patosa. Yeah, had a couple of sisters. Yeah. Welcome, Carol. Go ahead. Finish up. Sorry.
Yes, and I was at the reunion because Michael / and Anna, we have talked about this like about 20 years ago to have a reunion for Pembroke Primary, not really like a whole Pembroke reunion, but it's good that it includes everybody, and even though I've been following the chats, and most of the time seeing that the men are a lot more active than the women. So it will be good to get the women more involved.
Yeah, man, that's why we're glad they are here.
Cara, were you the one who...
Probably you can spearhead that, Carol.
Okay, I mean, I didn't, I don't have as much roots as some of the you guys, because I've been following the chats and, all of the, I also lived on Permacal Drive because, for a little while, because my mother, she was a single parent, and so she used to move quite a few times. So when she left Permacal, like in probably 68 or, 68 near 69, I continued taking the bus from Malines, because we moved to Malines Avenue, and I continued taking the bus to Permacal for all those rest of the time, because I told her I wasn't moving from Permacal, because it was like a route for me, and I developed some friendships there, even though I was very... Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Carol. Make Greg introduce himself, and then we're going at the recap. I could try going at the recap. Go ahead, Greg.
So my name is Hayden. But you'll only know that name if you know it from school or in business. Otherwise, I'm Greg Robinson. I moved to Permacal probably when I was 2-3 years old. That's early 60s. There was no fence, no nothing, just the houses, just a brand new community. And so, there was a lot of young families moving into Permacal at the time. So I was on Chesterville Avenue, so that's the upper part of Permacal, closer to Malines Road. And there were a lot of young families, so there were a lot of young children, my age group, moving at the time. So it was like a social club. It was like a very, very special place. So many young kids at the same time, going to the same schools, having fun. So, Permacal brings a lot of good memories because of that. Because those were obviously the best times of our lives. No responsibility, a lot of parties, sports, So it was a good time. But I know a few people here. I know Henny, Richard Henny, was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah.
Yes, I know that. As a matter of fact, if I may, I just want to tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
About the Henny family, how I met them. So this was like my first couple days going to Permacal Primary. And I usually go with my brethren, who was a little older than me. And this particular day, he wasn't there. So when I was going back home, I was going up Potosi, and usually I would have taken Covey Avenue. But for some reason, I got lost, and I was going up Colbeck instead. And when I realized my mistake, and of course, those times you only ran, you didn't walk. When I realized my mistake and trying to turn back, I fell right in front of the Henny's house. And all of them were there, the girls and Richard. And they said, "You okay?" And up to now, I have the scar on my knee. And they invited me over, dressed the wound. And from that day until now, I was friends with Richard Henny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Greg.
That's very good.
Yeah, him we hear this, Phil. You make sure hear this, yeah.
That's true proof in the pudding as far as Permacal is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's right, Phil. That is so true.
Yeah, I was thinking you wait till I them laugh after you. But they
no, they were caring. They realized I was lost and I was in trouble.
Yeah.
I figured out how to get home.
So if you don't mind, how old you were at the time?
I would say probably 6-7 years old, because I just started going to primary school.
Primary,
Yeah, probably not grade one.
Yeah, that's some memory. That is one for the archive, as I said, Phil.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a similar situation.
Yeah. Well, remember that's welcome. Yeah. We had a member of our Lifting Live crew. Chris Baptiste is here. Chris, introduce yourself. We have Carol and Greg. Greg is in Canada. Carol, I don't sure where you are. When you come back and tell us where you are. She used to live on Annandale. Greg used to live on Clydesdale. They said Greg or Chesterville. Chesterville. Carol know Muller good. She went to school with Muller. And as you hear Greg's story, he went to school with Philola, brother. I remember Philola, brother. So go ahead, Chris. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, just not much serious, man. Hey, sorry for the late join. Today is like my Saturday, you know. So my wife is not in town, so I have a list of items that I must do before she return.
Yeah.
Only do list.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Chris. And Jackie, if you are here, just unmute and just introduce yourself. We have two guests join us already, and then we can just go in at the reunion. We'll remember about you around the table. More special thing. Go ahead, Jackie.
Hi, everyone. Who is on?
Somebody need to mute the mic. And one of mine.
Oh, it must be mine. I'm actually listening to a party conference.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Trying to see who is on. I'm Jackie Watkins Johnson. Yes. Current resident of Pembroke Hall. Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, we'll go around the table now. And since Carl was at the reunion, I'm going to start with Carl first. We have our own members at the reunion. Carl, what inspired you to come to the reunion? And where exactly are you? You still live in South Florida? Are you living in South Florida? And then tell us what inspired you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I am. Yes, Carol Davidson. I am in South Florida. I'm actually in Sunrise, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired me to come to the reunion when I don't remember. It was actually a girlfriend of mine who don't even go to Pembroke Hall, but somebody sent her the information about the reunion. She sent it to me, and I was like, Pembroke Hall and the reunion, because I was in conversation with Michael Slash, because he and I were in primary school together. Marcia Rose, a lot of us, the Rose, the Miles, we're in class together, and we had met one time back in the early 90s and said we're going to have a reunion for Pembroke Hall Primary. But nothing happened. And so when I saw this, I was very excited because all of my life, the memory that I have most, even though I didn't live in Pembroke Hall for long, but I stayed in Pembroke Hall, went to the primary and the secondary at the time, which is now the high. And it was like my fun time in life. It's like the time I remember, the group of us, probably 15 of us that were in class together from grade 4. And so I was excited. So I came to all the events, and I met Michael Gordon, which he and I were in class together. And Michael Slash was in my class. And also when I went to the secondary, there were some more people there that I met. And actually, Rosemary Nelson, I don't know if you guys know Rosemary Nelson, she actually remembered me, so we became friends, because when I was going to the shop, my mother sent me to the shop to buy something, and I lost the money. Dropped the money, and Rosemary Nelson's mother found the money. So when she saw me coming back crying, she was like, she realized it was to ask me what happened, and I told her, and that's how me and Rosemary became friends, because her mother found the money and gave it back to me and, saved the day. So
with Van Clark's wife, I think.
Right? Yeah, that's Marie.
Marie, yeah.
Yes, she married named Clark now, yes. So
hey, Carol, let me just interject a little bit. I'm catching the voice. So were you the one that won the lottery, the raffle?
Actually, yes.
Okay, I know exactly who you are then. You and I spoke a lot on Friday at the meet and greet.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to convince her to come to the event.
Yes.
She's gonna meet people that she probably already know, Yeah, I remember chatting with you back and forth on the chat, telling you that, trying to convince you to come, because there are people that I said, hey, let's come on, man. We're beautiful people.
No, Chris, that was someone else.
Okay.
That was that was some I didn't need no
Yeah.
convincing.
No. That was you, because you and I went to school. We went to I went to Permacar school as well, right? So we were able to connect Friday night and talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yes. We spoke, but there was no convincing me to come. I was
Okay.
I was excited to come because this is something that I've always wanted to do. Well, I was thinking more like primary school reunion, but now that it's the whole primary call and being seeing all you guys, everybody's so close knit. That is how we were in primary school. Michael Gordon, and the Williams, the Williams used to go to Miss Williams sometime with the party and have she used to sell party down. I don't know if you guys know about that. I used to went down. If you went to primary school, you probably went there. Courtney Williams and Michael Williams' mother. She used to have a little backyard and we sit down and eat patty and stuff. So it was like the part of my life that I remember walking through Marlborough, going home after when I moved to Malines Road, and stuff like that. So it's been exciting.
So
what was your
go ahead,
most
Chris,
memorable time at the
reunion
event that we recently had, though?
All right, at the reunion, the most memorable time. Okay, the first night when I got there, seeing everybody was just close knit. It was very nice to see everybody just coming together and meet and see Michael Gordon there that I haven't seen in years. 50 years, seeing him and so forth. That was exciting. So I went to every event, and then when we went to the picnic, being there, even though we got displaced, we didn't really make it bother us. We just regrouped and make it continue and just continue to have fun. So that was also, I enjoyed that. Enjoy the little game that we played at that event there, and then the party night. To believe it or not, when to come to the part, when we had the event at the church, I had gotten the package, so I got the ticket. And when I got to the event, parked the car, I realized I didn't have my ticket. And I left the party, went back home because it's like something said, but you don't have your ticket, you can't suppose you win. And I left. So I got my ticket. And when I saw the ticket, I remember because I have a certain number, and I remember I think it was I had like 27 or something. I was like, oh well, that's my birth, because I bought it 27 a month. So I was like, well, 27, that might be one of my lucky numbers, So it was like meant to be because I forgot the ticket, parked the car. Normally, you get to a place and you already get this, you forget that you like a ticket. And I went back home and got the ticket, and then that was like the highlight, and I was able to donate back, part of the proceeds to the organization. So I was very happy about that. But it was.
And that was the winning ticket. That's something else, Carol. Yeah.
That was the winning ticket. Considering that was the ticket that won. So
yeah,
very excited.
That's something else. Let me.
That's awesome, man.
Let me make Greg talk. But before you talk, Greg, I want to acknowledge he's still online. Orion Maddox was there, but him gone. But I want to acknowledge somebody in the audience because she texted me and she should go and join. And the two of them might be watching. So, and this is a big name for Permacar because from a start, I love getting on the program. Donovan, Maya Magnus' wife, just texted me and said they'll be watching. So if you listen, Marcia and Maya, healing up on a big time icon of Permacar. So when you're ready and get brave enough, come join the live conversation. Open for coming. So yeah. So go ahead, Greg. Talk about what inspired you for come on now. You weren't at the reunion because I probably never hear about it, but talk about.
Yes. So I never hear about the reunion. As a matter of fact, I just discovered this group recently, like probably 2 weeks ago. And I started listening to the podcast and things. I was very excited to stumble upon you guys because I always tell people that Permacar is such a special place, When I talk about Permacar, it's like I said to people that you wouldn't believe the community that I grew up in with all these, young people. And, we used to have so much parties. We used to go on trips and we were all students. I don't know where we find the money. I remember one party on Chesterville Avenue, when you look at cars from the top to the bottom, and this was put on by young, probably 16, 17, 18-year-olds, right? And we never have no problem, no fight, no quarrel, no everything. All our existence was about is just having a good fellowship with each other. And, as you grow older, you get to realize the importance of these things because you don't have it again.
Yeah.
And so you realize.
Most definitely.
Yes. And those were formative years. I am who I am now because of Premical. Not just the cement and blocks, but the people that I grew up with that, formed who I am now. Because when I moved there, all my siblings were much older than me. You're talking 15, 16 years older than me. So my brothers were my neighbors, the Grandisons, the Haas, Butterfields, you name it, So those were my true siblings, brothers and sisters from different mothers.
Yeah, I got you.
If I must say, Greg, your memory seems to be very sharp, though. I'm impressed with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what you want to hear about the reunion, Greg? You weren't there. What you like hear about the reunion, and what you like at a reunion?
Well, a reunion is like going back in time where you get to catch up on people. Life is all about relationships, right?
True.
And these relationships forms all the memories that you have, which forms your personality and everything like that. So when you go to a reunion, you get to kind of go back in time and see where people are now. I always look at life like a movie reel, The longer you live is the more of this movie you can see. You can remember when you were in Chesterville as a young person, and you can remember thinking about what your future life would be like. You remember what your goals and aspirations were. So at that time you remember you're trying to figure out what your future would be like, and now you're living in your future, right? So when you go to a reunion, it's like going back and forth. You remember where you were at that time, what people were doing, who they were, and you get to see them now. So what I would like to see in a reunion, I don't know, just good vibes, people come together, have some fun, and just, remember, love on each other, things like that.
All right, good. All right, so I'm going to go around the table then. I'm going to start off, but my best memory of the reunion was the fun day we had, and it was, and thanks to Jackie Watkins Johnson who organized the singing contest, or the word contest with the song there. That was, and I started posting some video of those today, where we sing over a song. I don't know how she come up with that, but that to me was the best part of the reunion for me. The amount of people, just a vibe from singing back the whole time Jamaican sang them. And everybody had chime in. That was the best part of the reunion for me. For the whole weekend. I never forget that part at all. It was a sing and a dance. I would never have no background music or nothing like that at all. It was just pure unscripted thing, what thing. And it was a contest like. So I have to thank Jackie for that. So if anybody else, Phil, you go ahead and tell us your best memory of the reunion.
Lance, more than the cricket.
The cricket may have been your best memory, Jackie. The cricket may have been your best memory. Remember, I got hurt by the cricket, I bowled me a bouncer and I got hurt,
Oh, you did? I didn't know.
Yeah, man, yes. I didn't have my bodyguard, so I got seriously hurt.
I'm pride hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm coming to you, Jackie, but Phil, tell us your best memory at the reunion.
Well, honestly, I think you're sharing the same mindset as me, because the Saturday with that singing contest with the words, that really stand out. But in actuality, to me, the entire weekend was special, because as much as the planning and all of that took a lot out of us, I think it really turned out well. And every night in actuality was special because even the meet and greet Friday, I think that worked out really well, more than I'd imagined it would have.
Yeah.
And Saturday, I mean, Saturday was great. As I said, the time at the park, with the sing along, even the cricket chess match between you and Jackie was good. You know, and the party in the night was the icing on the cake, but it couldn't have been topped off better with that brunch. The brunch was really good. And Killer walking in at the last hour, you can't ask for a better ending to a great weekend.
Yeah, and who live at Pembroke, you know, Killer by. When I have to call him right name, because I probably didn't name right
Listen,
name.
people couldn't even believe. Some people see it and couldn't believe him in the house.
I tell you, man, anyway.
Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Pull up that break.
All right, Andre.
Well, Chris, one thing, Chris, I mean, you didn't know, right? I knew it was coming up, obviously, but it was supposed to be a secret. But the biggest surprise was to Roots.
What do you mean? Expand on that.
Come in because they spoke up to the Wednesday.
Okay.
The Wednesday night. They were all together, Courtney, Roots, Wednesday or Tuesday night. That's why I said Roots was still in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And Killer never said a word to him.
Yeah.
And Roots, everybody knew Roots was coming for the reunion.
Yeah.
Killer never said anything. It was a surprise to Roots, And Courtney.
Yeah. So, all right, Andre.
Courtney was at the brunch?
No, Courtney was at the brunch, Jackie.
Oh, Courtney didn't make it this time.
Courtney was there last year. Was there? Yeah, we seen last year at the party, and I never got to brunch. So, Andre, you next. What's your best memory I take from the reunion?
I enjoyed Saturday for more reasons than one. All of the events. I mean, and even though some people tried to put a damp on it by, trying to grab the location where we were initially.
Yeah.
We bounced back and had a ball. Well. And all of the events, and you guys named the sing-along, the cricket. I also enjoyed Simon Says, particularly playing the part of Simon. It was an event that showed the camaraderie that is part and parcel with P Hall and what we are trying to develop. So I enjoyed that a lot. And then the brunch is I think it has to stand in a class of its own. From last year and this year, the food choices, of course, was excellent. But again, seeing people in this relaxed atmosphere and getting a chance to chat and reminisce throughout the entire weekend. But the Saturday, if I had to pick one day, the Saturday fun day in the park was it for me.
Yeah. And you, Rudy, what was your best memory takeaway from the reunion? You might go on mute.
No, well, a big thank you to Jackie, because truly that Saturday fun day was it for me also. All the games that were played, and I know she had more slated, but we never get to play them. It goes back to what Greg says. We grew up when we were kids in Pembroke. Everybody, was kids also, a lot of kids, and we felt that way again. A bunch of grown men being kids, and grown people being kids, and enjoying themselves. And, that was Jackie's idea, and it really come off well, regardless of the little, incident we had. Plus, we didn't get to do all the games she had slated for us to do. And then the brunch was, as Phil said, that was the closeout. It was really a nice closeout. You were there, you're able to, for me, I was able to speak with some people that I never, I knew them, but never really associate with them, and got to meet some new people. Even Carol from Friday Carol and I spoke a lot when she came in, and was looking for Mikey Slash and some of the people she knew. So, and again, the members of the directors of the association here, or the Pembroke Alumni Lifting Lives. Thank you again, Carol, for the contribution you made from your winnings, plus you come in and contribute also. So thank you again.
Yeah. And Jackie, what's your best memory and takeaway from the reunion? You might unmute, Jackie. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I wanted the fun day to be the fun day to remember. I really wanted that to be the event to remember. And well, the feedback is that, you guys and everybody enjoyed it. So I am glad. I mean, give and take the issues we had. And, I had more things planned, but I'm glad it came off. And the other thing that stood out to me, Carol is on, was at the brunch. Carol came to me about 4 or 5 times and said she was leaving and couldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
Carol, I don't even remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Carol is there?
Yeah, man, she's here, but I don't know if she's here or not, so she'll step away.
Oh, okay. She said she had to leave, and then she was hanging around chatting again, and like I said, you don't really want to leave. I just said no, but they have to leave. So I know she was having a good time, and that felt good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Carol.
No, yes, I did have another event to go to, but every time I tried to leave, I couldn't leave.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to leave, I didn't want to leave. But the thing is that, it wasn't really an event. I think I had a funeral to go to that day.
Okay.
It was a funeral, but but it's like I just didn't want to leave because it was just so fun. Next year when we do the singing, we should have 2 set of songs, because when we pick the same song, then the other group, mash up our songs. So we need to have a song in the category.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made note of that. We made note of that already.
Yeah,
That's
we can have 2 different lists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of the same list, 2 different lists.
An alternative song, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
and Lance, the questions you did were also awesome, do you remember whatever we call those questions?
But those questions I just want to give me just run off my mouth. Those questions belong to Uno. Me just was a mouthpiece of the question. So
yeah, but it was a good, and remember, for me, it's like Mikey Slash kind of give us that idea.
Yeah.
When we had the chat with him, that he really challenged us with some stuff,
Yeah, and I have a question. I have a question when nobody never answer in the chat at the function. I have the original pharmacist at Jamaica, the right name. I have a name and answer, and there I want to test the group if they know this tonight. But Chris, go ahead and tell me.
Yeah.
What your best memory from the reunion?
Yeah. Well, all events were great, but one that really is going to stay with me is Saturday morning. For a couple of reasons. The vibes. The vibe Saturday morning was great. All right. Even though we had a little setback, to Carol's point, I think we handled that very mature. That's how things should be handled. We just move on. And we never skip a beat, right?
No, that's right.
But I think the things that Jackie put on, I personally enjoyed, because that kind of take me out of my shell a little bit, to participate in the singing and the Simon Says, and really enjoy the cricket game, Them things that's significant to me, I don't know about another man, but the vibes was good, right?
Yes.
The vibes was good.
I think it showed the true unity of Pembroke.
Yeah, the vibes was good. And I get to meet some people that I would have otherwise met. Some people from Duane Park, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're not permacal people, but them come for support,
Yeah.
right?
Support, yes.
Them come for support. And one thing too is with these events, right? I'm a permacal man. Roll all over permacal. And it's after you go on back and you reflect back, you say, oh no, I remember the brother there. Yeah, I really remember him. But at the moment, you don't remember because we all change physically.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all change, sure. But one thing that's important, and that's what I'm saying, the Saturday morning event to me was a standout.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So
it unified everyone.
Yeah. I'm going to turn over this back to the guests, man. Carol and Greg. And Carol, you take this first. Is there any question you have for either one of us, and member of the PR Lifting Life team, one? Any question about the reunion, about anything what we have been doing? What do I like? When I said, but to hear the money attack, I have some questions for them, Go ahead first, Carol.
Well, mine is not really a question, but what I noticed, like say on the WhatsApp group, is that we need to probably pull the women more into the conversations, because a lot of the stuff there, they talk about, the playing the football, the guys them seem to have a lot of roots and stuff going on. So I think to get the women involved, finding ways to like what were the women doing? Not women, we were girls at the time, but what were we doing, to pull everything together and not just, and the primary school, probably some primary school memory stuff and things like that is where my memory thing and it's not really in play because I wasn't there long enough to get involved with, say, the weekend soccer thing, and because I was young, I was like 8, 9, 10, when I was in primary call. So I think we need to find a way to get stuff that the women can participate more in. I don't know. That is just
well, Carol, if you can help with that, we'd appreciate it, because we actually have called upon the women that we have conversated on the Premier Call Memories podcast to ask them to, try and do their part to bring more women into the fore. And so far, we haven't had much luck. So, I mean, if you can reach out to the ones you know and get them to really come on board and be a part of this community, that will very much help as with regards to what you are saying, because, it takes a team effort, and we have asked the ones that we have spoken to thus far, that if they know any other Premier women them that, wish to come and talk or even lend ideas to a cause, they're more than welcome, but we haven't seen much from them. So, if you can contribute to that, it would be greatly appreciated.
As a matter of fact, Carol, any woman who want to come on the conversation, they might go at the front of the line. It's not feel like a trying, as Phil said, from we start out with the side say, we don't want it to be a male-centric or a football-centric conversation, a Premier Call conversation. Right?
Exactly.
If all I say, so we'll just, so it's not feel like a trying, but that's why I'm so glad you are here this evening. See what I'm saying? And the more the woman them come on and hear you talking, because they might think, say, well, as we see the cricket match, know, say, Lance can't man the bouncer from Jackie, so the woman them shouldn't afraid of me none at all. None at all. Right?
I think over time, because you have like a girl we used to live down the bottom of Carween. Her name is Pauline Sterling. I went to school with her. She went on to represent Jamaica and captain the Jamaica team in softball. Right? Pauline Sterling. You have Grace. Grace is a great female soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a few people, quite a few women from Premier Call or young ladies that I grew up with, you know, that was awesome. You know, awesome at different things, not necessarily sports. You know,
yeah.
A lot of them couldn't come out. Huh? A lot of them couldn't come out past the gate.
Well, that is true. You know, there were some exceptions. You know,
yes,
some exceptions, but in general, you have. Trust me, you have a ton load of permacar women. I know them.
Yeah.
But them just reluctant to come tell them story.
Yeah. Well, Lance and I had a good chat on Friday with
Saturday night, last night.
Saturday night.
Yeah, last
night.
Annette
was at the brunch, and I met her at the brunch, and we had a good chat last night.
And she brought up a whole heap of girls name. She sit on Calbeck Avenue in front of the Perkins them after a while, up the top side of Calbeck, and she know Ducky, she know the Walters them, and the sister call her name Clover. All the way up, she know the Finleys them. This is a good conversation. And the fact that she was on a lock and key, as most women were in a permacar at the time. But she said Jackie's sister did come, because Jackie aunt used to live at Calbeck Avenue. And I come look for them aunt, and as such she get for walk permacar at Sunday evening time. It was a fair conversation become. It was an interesting, a nice conversation, Tompa. I agree with it. It was a wonderful conversation. Because she's both my sister and me, about 10 years older than me. So it was a good conversation, Phil.
Yeah.
But Greg, any question you want to ask? You come up on this, you hear about the conversation, and tell us how you heard about permacar memories, or you find out about the conversation. Is that man sending it to you, or you hear about it?
Yeah, well, as I said before, I just kind of stumbled on it. I guess the algorithm sent it to me, because I was on YouTube and I just saw this thing pop up, and I just said, what, permacar? And of course, I see permacar, it rings a bell. I click on it, and there you guys were, you know. So I've been enjoying the conversations so far. I've been hearing so many names that I didn't even remember. Hearing situations, hearing histories of permacar that I didn't even know about. So yeah, that is how. But the question I would have is, so the reunion that just went, that was your second reunion, or? I know it's not the first, because I said I hear somebody mention last year.
Second.
Second, yeah. Okay. But just an observation, you know, when Carol said she couldn't leave, it's just a testament of the type of people that were there, you know. When you're with good company, it's hard to leave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When you're with bad company, you can't wait to go yard.
So true, my brother.
Where in Canada are you, Greg?
I'm right smack in the middle of Toronto.
And Greg
is up in.
Yeah, go ahead, Tompa.
Go ahead, Lance.
No, I was saying Greg know Tibab very good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
And Greg, you went to Permacar Primary?
Yes, I went to both Permacar Primary and Secondary.
What year you left primary?
Oh, geez. What year was that now? About 71.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't know, you knew Lance?
No.
Who? Lance?
Not a Misha talk.
No, you left before, right? You left,
yeah, man, yeah.
Lance, you left after.
Yeah, I started permacar 69 and I left 74.
So
but
you know, like 2 years before me then.
You know Phil brother
I
good
left
good.
73.
He gave a story, know Phil brother and any family very good. Him talk about that story earlier in the conversation. So him know them very good, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were like in the first batch?
I don't even remember if it was the first batch or what.
Yeah, part of the first batch. So who was your teacher? What you had Miss Thompson or you had Miss Napier?
Yes, Miss Thompson was one of my teachers at one point. Miss Thompson was an English teacher, right?
No, permacar teacher.
The primary school, it would be
Permacar Primary.
to teach everything. The teachers would teach everything.
Oh yeah, right. You have that for Yes, I remember Miss Thompson, Miss Scott. I remember what was the principal's name again?
Campbell.
Mrs. Campbell, yes. I remember Miss Campbell.
Okay, so you are a couple years ahead of me.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, it seemed like he was there during my year. So
and you left, and yes, go on, Carol.
Yeah, so no, I said it seemed like he probably may have been just maybe 1 year behind me, probably. Because I was primary, I think it was
Good.
like Center One.
Yeah. And you lived on Clydesdale?
Chesterville.
No,
Chesterville.
Yeah.
Oh, Chesterville.
Next door to
Now,
Clydesdale.
which one is kind of remind me now? Which one is Chesterville?
The Migo one. The Migo one.
The Migo one. That's a perfect.
Chesterville runs straight from Covey.
No, Covey. Yeah. Right, Jackie.
Is that where the Thwaites them live?
No, the question live on Clydesdale.
Chesterville starting at the corner. Up in the corner, right by Lasquine, by Clydesdale, I mean.
Jackie have it right, man. If you go straight up Covey, it becomes Chesterville, Chris.
Yeah, but Jelly, just I said, it start in the dead end.
Upper Clydesdale, yeah, and go straight up to Clydesdale, yeah, man. You have that right. In front of Mikey. The Pineders them live right there.
Brian them were Muller.
Pineders them live up, that's up.
Pineders them live at Clydesdale. So right where Chesterville run at Clydesdale, that's the Pineders them live.
Yeah. So the Pineders, if you continue on Chesterville and go straight, you end up in Deer House, which is on Clydesdale.
Yeah, okay.
And there's a whole heap of them, whole heap of brother and sister them. Yeah, that's
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what year did you go to Pembroke Hall? Well, second
so
year.
I went there in the early 60s. I probably was 2 years old. So secondary? So that would have been what grade was that? 70. I left there 79. So 75, 74, 75.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the principal at that time?
So when I was there, it was Mr. Titus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very strict man. Everybody feared him. And then Miss Forrester at one point.
Miss Forrest. Miss Forrest.
Miss Forrest, right. And those are the only two.
Yeah, that Mr. Neymar too.
I will never forget. I went there in 72. So when I went there was Mr. Titus, and then Miss Forrest became interim because he was at UA.
Right.
But I can't forget Mrs. Smith. All right. Mrs. Smith was a BK teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, she does write the stuff on the board and that's it.
Hold on,
Yes.
the mirror Carol said, go ahead, Carol, you were saying something.
No, I said that's the year the secondary school was built, right? Because I went there also with Beth Champagny, and I was there with Shirley Olness.
Oh, you were with Beth Champagny, Carol?
Yes, I was in primary school. Yeah, I mean secondary school. With Beth Champagny.
And what year the secondary one?
Your neighbor.
Yeah, the secondary was, I think it started like either 71 or 72.
71.
Yes.
I'm going with the proper name, junior secondary, I know.
It was called junior.
Carol.
Carol.
Yeah.
The champagne, is it from Patuosi right in front of Flamstead?
No, that champagne was on Pantry Pant, Phil. It was Beth, Osman, Louis, and Danny. They live next door me at 23.
Oh, okay. That means it's almost 2 champagne.
Yeah, man, it's the same family. Joshua.
One live. I go school with one of the sister them.
Yeah,
you were champagne. And they live right in front of Flamstead.
Okay, Carol, you should know my brother then.
What was your brother name again?
Alton Watkins. So he went to Pembroke Secondary, and he's about 4 years, 4 to 5, going to 5 years older than I.
Yeah, because I born 58, so what year he was?
I think he's 57. So probably he was 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but probably because I don't. Most of my memories, to be honest with you, most of my memories was with primary school because we're so close knit. Secondary school, I had Leecroft Green was in my class in secondary school. The tall Gerald.
You had Ian Ian Boyne.
That name sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
That's the that guy used to be.
Shirley Holness. I remember.
The TV guy.
Yeah, profile, yeah.
We went to Pembroke.
You know, Matt Bean. You know, the Matt Bean, Bonita Matt Bean. Charmaine Matt Bean and I were best friends in secondary school. Charmaine Matt Bean.
Light skin girl.
Yeah, them light skin. Yeah, and then they moved to Old Harbour afterwards.
Yeah, they also on Pantry Pant Avenue. She had a younger brother, Berris.
Yes, and yeah. So I knew.
Berris. I know that name.
But you know, so it was good time, good memory. From a call, you know, so I was so excited to hear that we have this group going.
Yeah, yes. I just want.
When Excelsior, Carol, I am an Excelsior past student as well. I went there from 72 to 77.
Okay, so you're there when I was there, because I did go to Excelsior 73, but I actually got pregnant and left early. So I was there for 73 to 74.
Yeah, I was there then during that time. And there were no Pembroke people there. Like Sonia Tweed.
Sonia, right? You should have known Sonia Tweed.
Yeah.
You probably would know Dougherty. Dougherty was ahead too. Violet Dougherty would have been ahead.
Violet was in my year.
Oh, in your year. Okay.
You know, Andre.
Yeah.
All them time I wanted was to ask if you remember, you know, Oswald Garden.
Oswald Garden.
No,
Jimmy Drawshead, man. Jimmy Drawshead.
when you say that.
Whoa. You know who my dad, Andre?
Aggie man. From down the bottom of Carwina.
Yes.
Yeah.
His right name is Oswald Garden.
Yeah.
I didn't know the right.
Is that a listening Pembroke memories?
Yeah, but that's a man thing, you know.
No, man was too.
It's a man thing that woman have no nickname at all. I don't know any woman who come from the program having a nickname at all.
That's true, thing, you know.
Yeah, but Jelly, the woman them have to be proper. The man them not a limitation.
But you gave me an idea, Carol, and I'm going to reach out to you, invite you on the podcast. The idea about reaching out back to the Pembroke primary, I want to get a list. And I'm going to focus on the girls them, if you don't mind. And I want to get the girls them to come give them story. And if we can get a list of girls them, you used to go Pembroke primary. And get them to come. You have a list? You have a few people. You don't have to have all people. You just want a few and a few know a few. And then we'll create a group, yeah.
That means no effect.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Osborne and Joan Osborne.
Yeah.
She said she used to live next to the Currys then. Joan Osborne, she said she used to live next to the Curry, because I told her that Curry was our neighbor.
Which Curry?
The same one that had where we had that thing at his house.
CM Curry, Jackie, where your sister married to.
Yeah, and Joan Osborne, which side? I wonder which side she lives, but I don't recall. I used to live right across from almost across from the Currys. That's what I was asking.
Joan Osborne had Pussy. Everybody know her as Pussy.
That's all like
Joan. What?
That's what the female with nickname. Pussy.
What? Joan is
Don't point up on mute.
She has a brown skin with gray eyes, like a pussy, you know. So we used to call her Pussy.
What's her name? What's her name?
Osborne. Joan Osborne.
Joan, but Joan obviously live beside the Currys. Joan used to be killer girlfriend.
So should have Pussy, Jackie?
When we come to Bob.
When you say Pussy, now that's the only person I can think of. Joan, she used to live up the road.
She have gray eye and she was a little bit.
And she's stout. I mean, big body. I mean, thick like.
Big bone.
Yeah, she was big bone.
Right.
Politically correct, yes. Thank you.
You know, it's just the other day we were talking about her.
Voluptuous.
There you go.
It's a lover.
The minute you said Putaya, I knew who you're talking.
Oh,
She never lived beside the court. She lived up the road.
That's why they need a woman them for spice up the thing.
Yeah, no. So,
Yeah, man.
I'm going to reach out to you, Carol. I want to create a list, and I'm going to put it out this week. And because and this is a good question, like a question I throw out, and I want to go back to the reunion, see if we can get some more members out from the reunion. Okay, and I stand out, I'm going to get our next one. But if we can get a group of Pembroke ladies, we go to Pembroke primary, and even went to Pembroke junior secondary. If we can work through you, Carol, I get you to come talk, and you share the podcast with them and get them friends to come on. Right? And I'm going to reach out to you and Greg this week for set a conversation for you to come talk and tell them the Pembroke. Because I found the story kind of different than ours. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Because most of the conversation is people who went to traditional high school, from primary school, was straight to traditional high school. Found the journey. Well, Chris went to Pembroke junior secondary too. Right? So, but most of the conversation we have had, and that's a bias based on the people I mean, no. They went to traditional high school. It's nothing personal at all. Because you know the bias in those days. I'm going to go high school or him not chat to nobody and I say him no want to talk to. I mean, I going to use the slang where they used to call the girl him high school. Him not talk to this girl or whatever. And I see him thing with the girl, him not talk to no secondary man because them look down upon secondary. Me talk, the stigmatization, it work. So I want to talk to the two I know for exactly coming at that and tell me how that did work. Because clearly, is a stigma that needs to be just throw away and dash away and put in the past.
Well, Jelly, that in the past. It's just like if a girl 1 year older than you, she says she's a little boy. You cannot talk to her. Yeah. Them used to have some mentality, and right now, a different story.
What you say?
Well, Jackie,
But you remember, Phil, remember, let's be real, that girls develop far earlier than boys.
Mentally.
And physically too.
Yes, when they reach to puberty and so, or when they high school and so, they don't want a little boy.
We're not going to make you feel distracted with that conversation.
That's about it.
That is how it used to be. Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, but
even in primary school, when in primary school, the boys are so childish, compared to the girls. The girls are usually more mature when they reach like grade 6 or, the girls
Jackie and Phil, we care about the conversation in front of the paid wall. That's a behind the paid wall conversation. Because I know what Phil will take this. Come back.
This is a mature conversation. It's a mature conversation.
Jackie, I thought didn't you do a thing with a group of primary school?
Yeah, we did.
Classmates.
Yeah, we did.
We have a group. Yeah. We have a primary group.
73 hours, yeah.
So you probably can't take.
73.
You can get some of those ladies.
For join
but we did one already,
Not necessarily a podcast,
group.
For join the group, Jackie. For join the group.
The bottom line is you can't get them to reach out to anybody else they know that haven't done so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Audrey is in the group. Audrey Martin is in the group. And Weeda Scott. That is Odette's sister, Weeda. She hasn't been, she wasn't on the podcast.
She wasn't on the podcast, yeah.
Right, she didn't make
yeah. But back to the reunion, the recap, because one of the things I enjoyed, when I hear that was good, my wife tell me, say, when Kerry Stubbs sang at the brunch, that was that was a fantastic performance. I missed it because I came late to the brunch, but I heard that was a fantastic performance. And when Kerry came on Film Podcast and him sing that one line, I missed something. That year that was special. I didn't know Pembroke at the time. Yeah, go ahead, Andre. Sorry.
He's a capable tenor.
Yeah, more than capable.
Yeah, man.
More than capable.
That's passionate.
Yeah, man, love it.
Yeah, and I've got
I don't know if any of you guys heard when Mikey Slash was singing.
Saturday night.
Yeah, man.
That was good. That was special, man.
Yeah. Did a real nice.
Yeah, but you come from a musical family, so you want to expect that.
When I heard him, I'm like, man, I'm going to invite him to perform somewhere, you know.
Yeah, I forget. Thanks for that, Chris. I forget about that. Mike is just performing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That was good.
And then
But Lance, you can. Yeah, go on.
No, you go ahead, man.
No, you finish up with.
No, I was saying, Mike is that his brother to. In my mind, Jamaica's best songbird, the best song we ever sing from a local artist. I don't know if it's a Dover original. Yes, Thumper. I don't. Mikey Slash. Cynthia Slash. The best local love song we ever hear. Surround Me With Love. The late, great Cynthia Slash. Another Permacal person that took. The whole family by Permacal.
I didn't know that.
You never know that, Greg? Yeah.
No. See, well, it's good to be on these things.
I never know that until I start them conversation. I mean, I think I know everything about Permacal, so don't feel no way. So yeah.
And she had some other siblings at Permacal Primary, such as you could have been in class with one. There are a couple of them.
Oh, the Slash?
Yeah, Norman. Norman was in our year.
To Mikey. What's the younger brother name?
And the other one that was at the brunch. What's his name again? There was one, a brother that was at the brunch.
I think that's Big Slash. That's
him was the older one, yeah.
Yeah, Howard or something like that.
I forgot what his name. We just call him Big Slash.
He was there on night.
Yeah.
But Norman, I understand Norman is in some Caribbean island.
So their sisters apart from Cynthia Jackie, that's what you're saying?
I don't know. No,
okay.
I don't know of any
Okay.
Siblings.
He had another sister. That was, I think she was actually older than Michael.
Okay.
Sally, and she also passed away.
And you went to Permacal with Michael Carroll.
Yeah, Michael and I were in class together. Yeah, we're in 4th grade. We started Permacal together, and Permacal just woman. We're in Miss Natty class. We're in 4th grade.
Okay.
And then we did grade 5.
Okay.
Grade 5 together. I think he took common entrance the first time, so he left grade 5, and then Michael, then we went to grade 6. I went to grade 6 with some other, some more of us.
Yeah. Let me welcome a new guest, Danny Green. Welcome, my brother. Unmute your mic. Tell us the best memory from the reunion and any question you have for the crew here. Unmute your mic, Danny Green. You hear me? Your mic should unmute, Danny. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Danny. Welcome. I'm not here. Yeah, man, I hear you now, Danny. Go ahead. Unmute and talk again. You're up on mute still. All right.
All right, probably is not ready.
Yeah.
Lance, what I was saying is that you could get the netball team as a group.
The
Permacal netball team.
That would be great, Jackie, because I actually met somebody last night who know Dawn. She went to Dawn. Yeah. She used to live at Permacal too. She was that. I went to a funeral last time, my aunt's funeral. Because my cousin used to go to Permacal secondary, and she know. I don't know if Philly remember. We used to live in a Carina. I've set a family name, Levy. It was a good friend of Levy. And our friend used to live on Cardiff all the time, Maxine. I think Thompson was our last name. So I try to get her to come on. But Maxine know, but she knew that pretty good. Dawn?
Dawn?
So, yes, no, Dawn very well.
Maxine didn't live in Permacal.
She lived in Permacal for a while. For about a year or two, she told me, Jackie.
Oh.
And then she moved away.
She's a good friend of, a good friend of Dawn. I know.
Yeah, you know me attack, right?
She used to play.
Yes, she lived in Orlando. I didn't know she used to live at Permacal. But she was short while saying that she leave and go either Patrick City or doing the park. Or Washington Guard.
Yeah. And of course, Cynthia Miller.
Oh, yes, that's his Michael's sister, Dragon. And
Right, Miller.
Yeah.
Even Carleen Roll used to play, and even Lydia Ware used to play.
Well, Jackie, if you can get that team together, that would be a big plus.
Sonia Tweets. You had but she was at the first meet and greet. What's her name? Jennifer. used to live by Rosal. Jennifer and her sister didn't play, but they were at the first last year's meet and play. The first one we had, Jennifer. She still lives in Pembrokeshire because I don't know. She never make it.
No, but Jackie, you would be the best person to put that together if you can. If not, they give me the name and number and I'll reach out to them. Yeah.
But have you ever reached out to Sonia? I don't know how come Sonia hasn't done anything. You reach out? She wasn't interested in doing a podcast.
Andre, I have a contact for him. We'll reach out to her and see. And then.
Yeah, I have her on Facebook. So. I know she has been through some stuff, but probably she can come around. No? Lost her husband.
Lost her husband not so long ago. And our brother.
The younger brother, Louis Tweet. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And she had lost another brother earlier too. Right. Two of them. Another brother died before.
Yeah. So Carol and Greg, I mean, another the guests here with us tonight. And Danny Green, I'm mute. You want to mute and speak anytime, you let me know. Because go ahead, Danny,
Yeah, all right. No, I'm just saying I hear you. And if I need to chime in, I'll go on mute.
Okay, all right. No, so what's your best memory at the reunion, Danny? You were there. What's your best memory of the reunion?
Actually, Saturday the fun and games, because I love seeing people like us. If you want to call it, let your hair down and just have some fun. Try to have some fun. That's the thing. I was cracking up the entire time. That was just a lot of fun, seeing people have fun for a day. I mean, Saturday night was well. It was good as well. But nothing better than partying all night and hit the bed and get up at 3:15 for a 6 o'clock flight.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you, I know we pushed back, and next thing I heard was our final descent 5 minutes away from the airport. I slept through the entire thing, which was cool.
Yeah.
The way it should be.
Yeah. So Carol, are you go take one first, Greg? You weren't at the reunion, as I said, and I'm sorry you never get to know about it before. What you'd like to see at a reunion that you don't hear talk about? To talk about the party, to talk about the cricket match, to talk about, is there any particular thing? And more importantly, let me ask the question in a bigger way. How you think we can reach out to more people, come in and be a part of the discussion today or the organization? Because ultimately we're doing this because we want to give back to the community. That's the primary reason in terms of that. I feel sad the podcast, and then Tompa and Andre come to me and say, I could try to put together a group to see if we can give back to Pembrokeshire. And we have given back already. We have already given back, So how would you think we can do, not better, but how do you think we can improve the reaching out program towards Pembrokeshire? You might can mute, Greg.
Yeah, so I think it's just network, Everybody knows somebody, who is not here or not in this group that they can reach out to and just invite them, let them know about it, bring awareness to it. So it's just networking. Everybody who is involved reached out to other people who is not involved, because as I said, I stumbled upon this. I had nobody told me about it. I had no idea this even existed. Up to now, I don't know how I stumbled upon the group. But yeah, just reach out. I can think of names of people from Pembrokeshire Primary and Pembrokeshire Secondary who probably are not here, but they might be on my Facebook or some other medium. So just reach out to people.
Networking, yeah. Good old-fashioned networking, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And you, Carol, any suggestion in terms of how we can get this group? But I think we have done well. I mean, not knock the group at all, because we start I would never anticipate nothing big or nothing like that at all. But and as I say, we have the objective in terms of what we want though. So any suggestion, Carol?
Well, first of all, I want to say everything was well put together, well organized. And for the fun and game, next year we just have to make sure, we have the venue lockdown and everything else and so forth. I think we did. I think following the same format so far. So far, it's good. Just that we just have to network some more. We just have to do some more communication so that we can get invite, like each one tell one. So if I know a few, like whatever people I know from there, just tell them and hopefully we can get, we can expand the group and get the group going.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, man, definitely.
How much people is in the subscribed to the YouTube
channel? I can't tell that. About 170. About 170. I looked on it this morning. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so that's a good amount.
Yeah, that's a good amount. That's a good amount. And the chat group we have about the same, 140, 150 on the WhatsApp chat group. And we're just going aggressively, and we just get the website get up and going, as I said. And I think that will help with the outreach and all them there.
Right.
We just reach a stage now, we kind of level off in terms of, not even level off, but we reach a stage now, we're foundation kind of firm. So we can look for build. I think that's the stage we reach now. The networking, get more people on the podcast, reach out, new people like when they reach out to friends, and share the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I whole heap of podcasts you have not heard at all. Come on and say, you see what I'm saying? But some of them, so yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Andre or Jackie or Phil or Tumpa, you have any question or anything where any other thing when you want to ring up about the reunion?
I mean, not really. The thing that I would say, because what Greg was saying is really true. We need to network more in order to increase the support level. Because 170 people and subscribing to the channel is good. But you see, if each of those person could give you even 3 people more, that would be a significant amount. You're looking at an extra 510 people. So, as Greg rightfully said, is networking, which one of the ways we'd have to have more events, like a meet and greet, then somewhere to pull people together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because outside of that, we're going to use social media then. I continue to use social media.
Yeah.
Andre, go ahead.
Yeah, well, sorry. Go ahead, Jackie.
No, I think Jackie got talk. I just asked if you have anything.
No, I think it was Carol. It wasn't me.
I was gonna say, talking about that. I also, when we had the event plan, I posted the event on the Pembroke Primary School alumni page, and I really don't see where we're actually trying to reach, because the Pembroke Primary have an alumni page, Pembroke Secondary has an alumni, and Pembroke High have alumni pages, and I think we need to see how we can tap into, because when I posted the flyer on there, and it says come out with your blue and gold, somebody says, when did the school color change? So I think we need to come out with the blue and gold and your green and white, because Pembroke Primary was green and white, Pembroke Secondary is blue and gold, like royal blue and gold. So I think what happened is
blue and white, white blouse with a blue tunic.
Yeah, it was blue and white, and then when they went to 2 shift, they added pink.
Yes.
No, it's
right.
pink and lavender. No, it's lavender they use. No, one color, purple or a light purple.
Yes, no. So what I was trying to say is that those alumni groups are out there. And so if we're going to use colors, we probably need to use both colors so that people, because people are saying, because when the thing says, come on with your
colors.
Well, Carol, the color was really Pembroke color, not affiliated with the
Pembroke
school,
alumni
but the community, Pembroke.
Right, not the schools. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the football team will get the color off at Jackie, because the football team was the unifying. Our football per se was the unifying force in our Pembroke. Whether we like it, yes or no, that was the unifying force.
Yes.
In the 70s. Because that is why I feel inspired to start the conversation. We never forget it. I mean, I say that this to the girl, but the football was preeminent in the 70s. And I don't want that. It's not say what I got to say, but you give me an idea and I say, I mentioned Pembroke primary alum, Pembroke secondary alum, and they look like my second one, Pembroke high alum. It would be nice if we can get, I do have a contact, I don't know if we get to them group. I'm not Facebook savvy. So I'm glad you're here now. You can certainly share the podcast to them. I want to get you come say here, because I think, forget you and Greg as Pembroke alum, and this are the school alum now. We come talk about the phone story, when you can share those conversations to the primary school and the high school, and then get other people to come on. Because it's not about just say people go traditional high school. This has been the bias up to now. You see what I'm saying to you? It's one or two people who have gone to the secondary school. And I don't ask those questions, Since we start the chat group now, I say, all right, how much man go Calabar, how much man go KC, and this week I go to the girls them.
But then there are quite a few who went to Pembroke secondary and then went to
a traditional high school, right? Right.
From the 9th grade.
Right.
People like Gaio came from Pembroke secondary to Excelsior with me.
Exactly.
In 24, as did Cleveland Brown and a few others.
Yeah.
Richard and Michael Searchwell.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Who went on to
secondary.
And the Calabar.
Yeah. Ian Boyne went to secondary and he went on to KC, I think.
That Harvey brother, the one went to Calabar.
The older one around the 800, yes.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah. So the connection is there now. The connection, we just have to make it. But hold on, but before we go on, remember it.
As well as.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me introduce you.
As well as one of my classmates, Kenneth Toller, also went from the secondary to high to Calabar.
Yeah, that was
as did my brother Courtney. He went from secondary to Calabar as well.
Yeah, so I love them story. So both Carol and Whitney, that one here phone so. But we have a new guest on the line now. Nigel, Joseph, unmute. Introduce yourself. Which why I usually live at Pembroke. The man with my namesake, Jelly. No, I have him namesake. I didn't know my Jelly before me got the name Jelly. So introduce yourself. And you were at the reunion, Nigel. So introduce yourself and then tell us what the best thing you remember about the reunion.
Boy, this is Nigel Joseph from 27 Pontrypant Avenue. I was happy to be at the reunion. And the best thing I remember at the thing is to see Kerry Stubbs. I can't believe man left Pembroke in 1975. And just by accident, I learned that he was at the reunion the Saturday night. And it was really wonderful meeting up with him again. His family and my family were very close. We grew up on Pembroke and Pontrypant Avenue together. And that was the real moment of the event for me.
Yeah.
And I must
Nigel, you weren't at the fun day. He was not the fun day, right, Nigel? You didn't.
I was at the football. Oh. My wife had a different agenda, and you have to eat sometime.
And before you go on, and it's Nigel to many, but it's Andy to me because it's my next door neighbor, right? And, and it was my next door neighbor on both sides, but we have another guest here, Andy Carol, and she mentioned she was classmate with Beth Champagne, and Beth Champagne happened to have been renting that home from your aunt and at 23.
Okay. I didn't remember her, to be honest.
You don't remember the Champagnes, Louis and Junior and Danny?
I remember the Champagnes who used to live on Potosi, right?
No, man, the one that live over your auntie house at 23.
I don't remember at this moment. You know, so each has a way of
There were Jehovah Witness, and they used to have the meetings over there tomorrow.
Well, that probably reason why I don't remember too.
Yeah, but you had Louis and Junior.
Company, I do remember the name now. Yes, I do. But we were not close.
Bethan ended up dying in a fire in Left Rock City. I guess maybe in the 80s or 90s.
Okay. Okay. And my video is not up. I didn't turn on the camera, I guess.
No, we're not. We do have it record. I didn't facilitate the recording, Nigel. So it no matter. It don't really matter at all. I'm going just audio for this recording tonight, so that's not a big deal. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really happy. It's my first experience at the reunion, and it was really wonderful.
Yeah. No, it was good for seeing that. And you came from Jamaica and came up to the reunion.
Yes, came straight. But I told my wife that I was going to attend the reunion, and she said she had to come also. I said, all right, no problem. But as I said, she had a different agenda, so I had to mix it. You know, some of her events I had to do, as well as she came to the reunion.
You mean the mall events?
The mall events.
Shopping events.
Yes. But you know it go here for years sometime.
Yeah, man. Jackie know about those events, man. Jackie can say that.
Yes, that is my trademark. Yes. All of it.
Nigel, you're a smart man.
Yeah, you get older, you know. And I said, being a wise is knowledge applied. So applying the knowledge.
And I must add, Nigel and I go way back from basic school.
Yes.
We have our we left this. We never left the same year, but we're in the same year. Pembroke Primary. So we have a Pembroke Primary class of.
Yeah, because we're at Champagne School together, and we left directly from there to primary school. That's correct. Yes. But at first, I didn't want to be at that prep school at the Champagnes because my mother first sent me to a school at Annandale Avenue, and I liked that school. But then she couldn't afford it, so she switched me and put me at Champagnes. And for the first week, I continued to go back to Annandale. And when my mother found out, of course, I got a whipping. And then she tell me, say, I must go, but I have to go to the Champagne school. But I protested. I said I didn't like it. But he said, just hang on, because by the September, I'll be transferred to the primary school. So with that, I will continue at the Champagne.
Yes. Bumps and Josh company.
Yeah. Bumps and Nigel. That Bumps is Nigel, right? And Joshua.
Yeah. Joshua was my class.
Yeah. So I was sharing Jackie some time ago where a cousin, a relative of Bumps and Joshua, it looked like him falling hard times, and I see him selling flowers up by Devon House on Waterloo Road.
Really?
I've seen him there several times. I pass him there. And a couple times I've said hi to him, you know, because he recognized me too. So it is what it is, you know.
Well, one of your classmates was also your cousin, you know, one of you and Jackie's classmates. Paul Knight.
Oh, I didn't know Paul Knight was related to them.
Yes, they were cousins.
Okay. But Paul Knight was in, Paul Knight was with us.
Yeah, Jackie. Paul Knight was in our year. Yeah, man. Paul Knight used to give trouble. Yeah, man.
What happened to Paul Knight? I think went to 6A with me. So that's why
Paul Knight was with us all the way. I'll never forget when he walked out of school He got beaten and he just stepped out and walked out of school. Just stepped out. Never
Yeah,
forget that.
and he was also on the choir. He was also on the choir, the Pembroke choir, which we got numerous medals in festival.
So
I never knew what Paul sang.
Yeah, man, he was on the choir.
And of course, his cousin Howard was at the reunion.
Yes, I saw Howard. I saw Howard. Yes, yes. Yeah, it was really a good reunion. Really a good. Never can tell who you can buck up, you know.
So let me ask you a question, Nigel. I can make sure I'm not on mute. Yeah. If you have any dream thing for your reunion, what would I like say next year? You have a dream list if you don't want. And this goes for Carol and Greg too. Greg, you weren't there. But you have any dream thing where I say, boy, I love come a reunion and I see this or a dream person. You can request a person, I suppose. And reach out to them and say, boy, Nigel wants to see a big ball or well, I'm not going to so, but yeah.
Well, I don't know a dream event really, but a person would love to see also is also related to the Kerry. Devon Walker.
Diego,
yes.
we can easily arrange that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll call him out. Andre, I have a contact for him and Kerry. I'm going to reach out back to Kerry.
Yeah, man. Diego he's an inspirational person. Lived on the avenue, and him very down to earth, and you know he's social, very sociable, and you know it's fun to be around him. And we thought that with age, you know, you would be able to see more of him, but him just get scarcer and scarcer.
Yeah, he's our brother. He's our pantry pan brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean,
you know, according to the questions you've been asking, Lance, I think that one of the things that I would contribute to the discussion is we have a certain number of people in the WhatsApp family as well as in the Pembroke memories. And I know the number 170 was mentioned. What I would like to see is more interaction with those people in events like today, right? So, you know, we have to find ways of pulling them out and getting participation. That whenever we say we're doing something, you know, people are there and up and participating. So that is some of the networking still have to be done within the group that exists, not even just getting other people to join the group, but getting the existing members to participate in a lot of the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah. But yeah. If them have any ideas for that, I love to hear that. Oh, we can, you know, more than, we don't get existing members. I appreciate Nigel on the program, Greg, Carol, and it's how I go improve this or get better at this, you know. Always I try to get better. That's the purpose. Because the more we happen in the group, the more we can try and give back more to Pembroke. And that's the whole idea about. So it open to anybody who have any idea in terms of what we can do for the reunion next year. If we have a particular...
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
What I would say is not necessarily the reunion, all events. Because we have like the football coming up. That will be the next event, right? So we need to let everybody in the group know what is happening with our next event. You have people that in the group that lives in Pembroke. You might have people traveling to Jamaica for the Heroes Weekend. I think it's supposed to be the Heroes Weekend, Tony. Tony is on.
Tony, you there? Your mic on mute.
Yeah, Jackie. And
I'm supposed to have
I'm supposed to have a call. Yeah, and I'm supposed to have a call tonight after we're done here with Roots and Mr. and Courtney. I spoke to Courtney in the week already, and I told him let's follow up today after we finish this call.
Right. So we have people on the ground here in Pembroke in the group. So we need to let them know what is happening, what in our next event, so they can be aware. We can get people out to the event. I mean, people who live abroad won't necessarily come for a football tournament. but the people on the ground, or people might be traveling to Jamaica for the holiday weekend, they could come by, and ways in which we can improve. We had it last year, highlighted ways we can improve, suggestions as what we could do to make it better. So we get people talking about events and more aware of what it, not necessarily telling them after the fact, but getting them involved
Right.
before.
And one of the things we have to do more is actually actual phone calls. You know, a lot of times we rely on
breaking up.
One of the things we have to do more is actual phone calls to people. I think we rely on the WhatsApp and the all these other social media, but a phone call. I remember even last time we had this call, I actually called Danny Green, and tell him to get on, and stuff. So I think, people will see it on the WhatsApp, but I think if we make some phone calls also to assure these things, and it goes with everything. It goes with the getting members, networking and everything like that. It's, you have to make the phone calls them also, and not just rely on text messages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So believe it or not, Jenko people, I've been here for an hour and a half. Although it does look like we're not there for a long time. As you know, when Permacal people meet, we talk about every and everything, and it comes out the conversation. The time was flow. On a Sunday evening, I know all we have commitments.
Yes.
So we could start winding up in terms of I don't like say a rooted mind me from the first conversation. There's no final word. It's a closing remark from everybody here, and then we can look for wrap it up. If anything we want to talk about, the Flora phone one, and we can start with the first man who come here tonight was Greg. Any closing remark, Greg, before and I go around the table with everybody?
Yeah, just to say that, it's a real pleasure to be on here tonight. It's a real pleasure to have met this group. It's a real pleasure to hear of, see, and speak to people who you have not seen for a while. And just hoping that this group will continue to grow and more people will get involved and it will just continue to expand,
Mm-hmm.
That's my 2 cents worth.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Carol, any closing remark before I go to the rest of the crew and Danny Green? But you go ahead, Carol.
Okay, hi guys. I'm Lady. Well, as we say, the event that we had, I'm happy that I heard about it and was able to participate, and it was good. As we said, the games, they seemed like to really be the biggest hit as far as, whoever was there. So I think to expand on that and make it, make that be like one of the biggest feature that we have. To have, a location and stuff like that. And it's nice to be here. It's just nice to be here, listen to you guys. I read all the stuff and I keep saying, how can we get the women more involved? So I guess I will be a part of that, hopefully, to get more women involved. Females.
Mm-hmm.
We look forward to that.
Carol. Yeah. And Danny, yeah, go ahead, Andre. Sorry.
No, man, I just said we look forward to being the catalyst, one of the.
And Carol, to add to that,
yes.
Well, you're in the WhatsApp group, and I know you had mentioned that probably we need to get the females more involved. So, probably you can give us some suggestion as to the topics that you probably would want to talk about in the group.
Yes. Yeah. I think a way to get, because the group seems to focus a lot on this, the male sport. So probably just get the female, just say talking about just your your experience in let's do the schools, primary, how many people have been involved with either primary school or secondary school, or just and get the women to hear what, you know, the women experience what was life like being in Pembroke School.
And if I might add something, Carol, I want people to feel a sense of ownership in the groups, right? So you can feel free to raise a subject matter that is near and dear to you, that you think that people would readily participate in. So, you know, you can jump right in and
I thought about it, but because I was sort of a newcomer, I just got involved in the group.
Yeah, Pembroke, so no matter.
And as a matter of fact, Carol, we're all newcomers. The group was just formed 2 weeks before you come in, so it's not a long thing. We just form it. At the instrumentality, I'm a brethren Danny Green, because I was such a novice, and Danny Green said, "Jelly, you can't do this," and I'm not big, so him there, I'm going to have to thank him publicly. Because that's how the group is set up and all made it. So yeah, it's a brand new group, Carol. We're all new to this. And Andrea, right. And let's go to anybody who want to come on and bring up something about Pembroke. I want to try to keep it Pembroke specific. We don't want a group descending to where we talk about everything else and none of to read Pembroke. Those group went die quickly. Pembroke members.
Carol, you had siblings? Sorry, you had siblings? When you're in Pembroke, you have siblings living in Pembroke too?
Okay, I have siblings, but none of my siblings went to Pembroke except for me. All of them
They were living in Pembroke.
Yes.
What, brothers?
No, sisters. Pauline, well, her name Pauline Bascom. I don't know if Pauline Bascom was my sister. She and Gordia Chevans.
Okay.
Was my, you know, are my sister, and you know, because my mother was a, and so we live there. So
there's an idea came to me that probably we could probably throw out something to say, what did the girls do when the guys were playing football? What the girls had to do. Since they were playing football and it's all about the football, what were the girls doing when the guys were playing football? You know, but you said you never had a, well, whether or not you had
some of us guys play jacks too, you know, Jackie.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, and marbles.
And twos and fives and ones, you know.
Some were knucks too.
Yes.
But what were the girls doing when all the other stuff was going, when the guys were doing whatever they were doing, you know, just to get the girls out talking, you know, you know, something like that. What the girls were doing, because probably you didn't play netball, but you had to do something else. But I had to stay home and do girl duties. But we could discuss that, you know.
Play dandy shandy after school and things like that.
Right.
Rounders.
Yes.
That's what
Yes. You know, I think the only difference between the women and men is that the men used to go out and explore more, you know?
Right, that is what I'm the point I was trying to make.
Yeah, the women were
what
more.
What did the girls do? What we have to do?
We were allowed to, Greg.
Yes.
We had more freedom.
But doing the park and you and then and all about the place.
Well, I allowed more freedom. I would take more freedom, whichever way you want.
Yes.
We are allowed more. The girls couldn't go do any park.
Exactly.
No. We have far more latitude. That is true.
Right.
So Danny Green, any closing remark before I close it out? You might come mute, Danny.
No, I'm back. Just you know, I'm glad I could be a small part and help, even if it's just starting the group going. And yes, if for a Facebook page, that could help with the networking. But that comes with a whole lot of headache from people just joining the group and all that. So, but I'm glad I could help at least get this part going and make life easier for people to connect this way, which would definitely mean you can invite people in.
Yeah, thank you, Danny. Thank you. Because sometimes I look on this and the man them know say I'm a technical novice. To get them thing you're going most of the time is like a struggle for me. And the hardest part for me to get the technical. And it reaches a stage that I need a habit, but I just utilize it to get the technical assistance, which I did with Danny, to get it to another level. I think if I do that more, it will blossom quicker and more. See what I'm saying? But I'm a technical shortcomings, and I know I have it just for you, the help we have. Yeah.
Rope your kids into it. They can tell you a whole lot that you don't even know or think about.
Yeah. No, that I will do that, Danny. I will do that. I will definitely do that. I will do that. So, Chris, I'm going the other way around now. Closing remark.
Nigel.
Oh, Nigel, sorry. Thank you, Andre. Nigel as a guest. And the closing remark. Thank you, Andre.
Yeah. I don't know if you could do anything for the primary school. I think Jackie had mentioned something like that before in another group. But you know, if you can do something to benefit the school in some way. And there's a lamentation I have. The state of Pembroke presently is a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired compared to what we know Pembroke used to be. I don't know if there's any way we can do something to assist in some kind of beautification.
Well, to answer that, Nigel, I'm gonna necessarily spark to the group, not talk for myself or so, but I think the group. Because we had a conversation this morning to talk about the primary school, I guess.
Yes.
And we're talking about things we can do for. We have been working behind the scenes, and because we not fully want to come talk about things, but we not finalize it. But we have been working behind the scenes. We go to the school, the basic school and the primary school.
Right.
You see what I'm saying to you? We were looking at hearing testing, and now we are looking at vision testing. But we don't want to talk about it too much publicly because we don't. And we had a wonderful conversation this morning with somebody who have been doing it for a longer time than we are. Pembroke man, I get him to come on the podcast. So we talk about field memories. So
yeah, and to what, Nigel, you weren't there this Saturday, right? Sunday, which we at that time we talked about some of the things we did last year. And one of them was we helped to repair the PA system at the primary school. So we contributed to that. We put some solar lights at the high school soccer field, and we awarded scholarships to the high school, the primary school, and the basic school. Right. So we're gonna do the scholarships. We're gonna do them again this year, and you know, we've talked about, you know, something to do with the entrances at one time. Remember, guys, in 23 when we first started.
Right.
Yeah.
When we
So
talk
it's
about putting up
in that
signs.
same avenue that Nigel is talking. What can we do to help beautify the community? So we will continue talking about that. And anything that you can suggest, Nigel, or anyone else, please do. You know, we'll look into it and see if it's something we can do.
Good point at Tumpa. And if you don't want to talk about it publicly, you can reach out to any one of us. Me, Tumpa, Andrea, Phil, Chris, Jackie, privately and say, boy, Lance, you have this idea, or Tumpa, you have this idea. Because I might not want to put out the idea publicly upon the group. But you can certainly reach out to we privately and say, boy, what do you think about this? Can we do A, B, C, or D? You see what I'm saying to you? So, yeah, go ahead, T.
We would really like to do something overall for the community itself.
Yeah.
That we can put a stamp on that everybody will see.
Yeah.
You know? That would be nice.
And we're open to ideas, Nigel. We are open to ideas in terms of what we're going to do. And I think one other thing I learned from the conversation this morning with the guests what we had was, once you approach a project with a specific idea in mind, I think it's easier to come to the community and say, this is what I want this week or this month. And say, this is what it costs. Instead of that's a general thing. And we have to talk about that behind the scenes. That's one I think I like from the conversation this morning we have. I feel wasn't there, but I would send a recording to him. So yeah. So you have anything else to add, Nigel?
No, that is it for now for me.
Yeah,
I appreciate the chance to let the group know, you know?
Yeah, man. And say thank you to your wife that she allowed you the gratitude, the latitude to come join the Pembroke.
She's hearing in the background.
Yeah, man. I know. That's why I'm saying it publicly. Yes.
Good evening, Sandra.
You You make the man spread out in Pembroke friend him. I never hold on upon him too tight, and that was good. That's good.
No. She joined the
After activity, yeah.
Yeah. When you were there all 3 days, it's just the football gathering I didn't attend.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that was better.
I met Nigel the Friday night, him and his wife.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah, she did give him some space at the meet and greet. I didn't realize she was even there. And Nigel was well sprawled out in one of the lounge chairs at the meet and greet, chatting to Audrey.
So thank God.
And then when he said, okay, yes, and then she came over and said, okay, I was just meeting her, and then she came over and introduced herself.
I know she heard us, Nigel. So thank you, Sandra.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Man. We spoke things.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Welcome to the Pembroke family. Welcome to the Pembroke family. That's how we're going to embrace everybody who, Liverpool. Yeah, go ahead, Sandra. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Now I was saying I'm a part of Pembroke family now.
Yes, of course.
That's right.
Yes.
We welcome you. We welcome you.
Yes.
Welcome you.
From
We do have a strict immigration policy. No.
and Meadowbrook High.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Same here, Sandra.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes, so Chris, any closing remark, Chris, before and I go around back to everybody back where I would do it the first time. Go ahead, Chris. Take your mic off on mute, Chris. Your mic on mute. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so it's good that everyone came on tonight. Just want to thank everyone who came on to share their experience and what really resonate with them, right, during the reunion session. For the you guys and girls that join us this evening, we're going to need some help in talking about our organization with others that we might meet. Also, too, we're going to need some more presence on the floor. So like Nigel, if you can assist us in any way possible. We have some lofty goals, right? As of right now, we don't have a lot of people on the ground to kind of be our eyes and ears, right? We need some representation, if you will, right? So we have some lofty goals that we want to pursue. We all was influenced by Pembroke. I can tell you that me myself, it's Pembroke to me was a true community, and that's why I'm all in. Whatever it is I can do to leverage whatever skills I have to help to advance our organization to be able to have an impact on Pembroke. That's what I'm going to do, right? With limited time I have, we need to find time to do it. So help us to spread the word, participate in our chats, keep abreast, engage with us. You have ideas like others have said, you have ideas as to it doesn't have to be big stuff, it's small things. Like, for example, we are talking about putting up some signage, towards the entrances of Pembroke. That we good. I think we need to have some collaboration with the Civic Association, right? Some point. We are a non-political organization, right? We don't side with NP, right? We are neutral. We are 100% non-aligned. we're a part of the non-aligned.
We're about Chris. I remember that word there.
Yeah, we're the non-aligned movement.
Yeah.
Right. So that's was just good to see you guys today. Good to be here, and looking forward to working with everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. And before you go, Jackie, I want to acknowledge anybody in the chat group on YouTube, Kirk Daly. I will acknowledge that they're here, and hopefully one of these days we'll have far more people that contribute and come on live. So Kirk Daly, him say, I'm told the primary school just began a building fund to add a few more classrooms. So we will know more about that. You know? That is just Kirk Daly. I don't know who him is, but him on the YouTube channel, and him commenting on the YouTube channel. And this will be posted out to share with everybody tomorrow for say so. But go ahead, Jackie, any closing remark? Unmute Jackie if you are there. If not, I can come back to you. I'm going to go to Thumper. Any closing remark, T?
Yeah, I just want to thank our guests and also the directors of the association. I want to also mention another item, Nigel, because I you know, what you brought up is some of the stuff that we've been looking at. One of the things the primary school needed help on is AstroTurf at the school. You know, the little playground they have there, it's really hard ground that they play on. The kids get hurt out there. The budget that we had seen was a hefty budget. We got the drawings and stuff, but we just didn't focus on that. We kind of shelved that from our end. We made no commitments at the time to the school or anything like that, you know? So there are some stuff out there, Nigel, that we definitely, you know, would like to, or we can look at to do, you know, and see how we can achieve those, because those things will give us a nice bang for the buck, you know. But they're some of them are very costly. So the signage was the one that we thought we could do quickly, beautifying the entrances, and get a bang for our buck right there, you know. But thank you guys, you know, Greg. T-Bob is my cousin, you know, Greg.
Young mute, Greg. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, are you serious?
Yeah, man, T-Bob is my cousin, you know.
Wow.
Yeah,
yes.
So yeah, man. So that's how, you know, just wanted to mention that to you. But, you know, thanks guys for coming, and ladies, you know. And yes. Carol, I'll never forget you, Carol. You were very friendly on the Friday night. So, you know, you and I chat a lot over the weekend, which was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, T. Thank you. And Jackie, go ahead. You're unmuted now. Go ahead and give us a closing remark.
Okay, just want to say thanks to all our guests for coming on and sharing. Yes, that's about it. Thanks to everyone.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. Andre, any closing remark before we go to Phil and then we close it out?
Yes, well, I just want to reiterate what our board members have been saying, thanking Greg, Carol, and my little brother Nigel. You know, my brother from, but I don't know, from way back when we grew up, you know, on Pont Avenue. You know, it's 60 whatever. We don't remember. But we enjoy your willingness to give up some of your Sunday evening to participate with us for what we consider to be a worthy cause, a community that has impacted us in such a positive manner, you know, impacted our youth and our development. And I'm sure that a lot of what we are today, those seeds were sown back in that community of Pembroke. So thank you for participating with us, and we look forward to more energy in what we'll be able to do for the community going forward.
Yeah, thank you. Phil, unmute, if you're unmute, and come in and give a closing remark, and I'll close out this thing, yeah.
Yeah, man. Just to piggyback on what the other board members have said, first and foremost, I want to thank all the guests that came through and participated. I think this was actually a very fruitful and entertaining recap. We can, you know, look into the suggestions that we have received I mean, from the guesses, because this thing can only make us better. So, I mean, from here on out, we can only get bigger and better. And we're looking to do that with the assistance of you guys and whoever else you can pull into the fore to make it possible. And with that, I just want to close out and say, let's keep moving forward for the betterment of Pembroke. Because as everyone rightfully said, it has played a significant part in our development. And would I like to see that continue for the youths than we're there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
man.
up.
Here.
Thank you. So let me close out. It's almost 2 hours. I didn't realize how we could attack and I'm much away. So I don't know how I do it if more people tune in. I said 15 people have you. We'd have to have I want to call it a marathon show, but I appreciate Nigel Joseph, Greg Robinson, Danny Green, I may miss somebody else, and Carol Davidson. I hope I get in the last name right. I get in that right. Thank you, Carol.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I tend to look at Danny as a member.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Danny,
yeah, man. He's been with us from Jump Street.
That is so true. Thank you, Andy. That is so true.
A loyal supporter.
I see Danny Green as a member as the group the same. I agree with it, Andrea. So yeah. So on behalf of the official member them, Chris Baptiste, Jackie Watkins Johnson, Rudolph Tompa Tony Kamika, Andre Taylor Danville, and Philip Ene. This is Lance, Glester, Prince, Lance Argelli. I'm going to forget all I name them because a lot of people don't know some of the name them I'm going to use. This has been a real pleasure. Because when me
Lance Batsman.
Yeah, I will post a cricket feed. And people say how good I can bat still, even though Jackie damaged me badly. Yeah.
Don't worry, just prepare yourself for round 2 next year.
Yeah, man, definitely. And 16 people are watching live channel, and a whole more people watch it when it just
yeah, man, in the days
replay,
to come.
the replay. Yeah, in the days to come. So it's all about Permacal. We do them conversation here every evening, every week. Not every evening, every week or whenever we do them. It's about giving back to Permacal. I forgot to say that. I see the banner flash across, isn't it? Permacal alum lifting live, and as I say, we form a transparent organization, non-profit organization. We give back to Permacal. It's all about giving back to Permacal. Now, any way we can. We don't know how we're going to give back or what when we start. And I think the school is a good way to do it. And want to establish the school a certain way, it will increase the value of Permacal without a doubt. Start this. But easy, in that sense, even for give back to the school, would have find an individual person. Because the school always going to need help, and individual in the school, and there are various ways to do it. So it's all about that. So when I say this, that we come to with specific goals. I said this is what we want to do. We want a donation to the ABCRD. So we want it, and then when the know say this is where the organization goes. But I throw it out there from early. That when you come back to any specific things. When you don't shy. Don't be shy like only shy for come on camera and come talk. And Greg, I appreciate you coming on, especially, and Carol very much. And I reach out to you this week for get on to come to the old Permacal. Because I want to spin the Permacal primary, Permacal secondary link, and then ultimately onto high school, traditional high school. So it's been a pleasure. And I want to thank you and have a good night because this is almost 2 hours, 1 hour and 58 minutes to the eye. So appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody, and peace out. And God bless Permacal because one of the best community ever for we personally. Repeat that.
Good night, good evening, everyone.
Bless up, folks.
Bless up.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you, cool.
Already, so we need to go.